Most seniors unknowingly make a common mistake every single day. It's a subtle oversight, one that feels entirely harmless, yet it silently drains your precious energy, weakens your body from the inside out, and keeps you from experiencing your very best self. But here's the truly wonderful news. With just one simple shift, you can begin to reverse this pattern, starting today. I'm here to walk you through a clear, actionable plan, one that bypasses complicated diets and expensive tricks, focusing instead on science-backed solutions you can genuinely use right now. By the time we're done, you will know precisely what to steer clear of and what to intentionally add to your life to regain profound strength, deeply protect your health, and truly feel younger again. So please, stay with me, because what you're about to discover today holds the power to make the profound difference between a life of gradual decline and one filled with vibrant, unwavering vitality. As the years gently pass, many of us begin to notice quiet shifts in our bodies, changes that at first feel almost imperceptible. Perhaps it's a faint morning stiffness, a slightly slower pace in our walk, or that creeping fatigue that seems to arrive much earlier in the day than it ever used to. While these shifts might appear to be an inevitable part of normal aging, the truth is, there's often a hidden culprit quietly at work behind the scenes. This isn't always a dramatic disease or a sudden illness, but rather a subtle accumulation of small, repeated choices that gradually take their toll. Our bodies are incredibly resilient, yet they are also profoundly responsive to what we feed them, how we move them, and when we allow them to rest. Over time, if this delicate balance tips in the wrong direction, the signs of decline begin to manifest in ways we can feel acutely, every single day. One of the most overlooked factors is a quiet, low-grade inflammation. This isn't the kind you feel when you sprain an ankle or bump your knee. It's an ongoing systemic irritation triggered by poor food choices, excess sugar, unhealthy processed fats, or simply a consistent lack of nutrient-rich meals. Our body perceives these as internal irritants, and in response, it ignites a quiet, persistent fire within our blood vessels and delicate tissues. Initially, you might not even notice it, but after years of this subtle buildup, this internal fire slowly weakens your muscles, stiffens your joints, and significantly slows down your circulation. Suddenly, the energy you once took for granted feels much harder to summon, and your legs no longer carry you with the same effortless strength or confident stride. Another hidden culprit often lies in the choices we make out of sheer convenience. Those frozen and highly processed foods, sugary drinks, or snacks designed for instant gratification often sneak into our daily routines. While they might seem utterly harmless in the moment, they effectively rob our bodies of truly vital nutrients. Our muscles, in particular, depend heavily on a steady supply of quality proteins, essential vitamins, and crucial minerals to repair and rebuild themselves. Without these fundamental building blocks, the body begins to borrow from its own precious reserves, breaking down existing tissue instead of strengthening it. Seniors frequently notice this as shrinking muscles, increasingly weaker legs, or a significant drop in stamina, even if their body weight hasn't noticeably changed. It's not just about what is being eaten, but profoundly about what is being consistently missed. Sleep and proper recovery also play a monumental role. Many of us deeply underestimate just how critical truly deep sleep is for muscle repair, vital hormone balance, and sharp brain clarity. Seniors who frequently wake during the night or consistently fail to allow their bodies enough restful hours to fully recharge are unknowingly accelerating their decline. Without that essential nightly restoration, the body's natural healing process is interrupted, and fatigue simply builds up over time. What might seem like just a single bad night of sleep can compound into years of reduced repair, leaving the entire body feeling far more fragile and vulnerable. Movement, paradoxically, can become a double-edged sword. When our energy dips or our joints ache, it feels inherently easier to move less, to sit more, and to avoid any potential discomfort. Yet, inactivity itself is another powerful, hidden culprit. Muscles that aren't consistently used every day begin to atrophy and waste away. Our circulatory system, which thrives on gentle, regular movement, slows dramatically, and oxygen-rich blood struggles to reach every vital corner of the body. What starts as a few skipped walks or a reluctance to exercise eventually transforms into a noticeable and often disheartening decline in balance, overall strength, and precious independence. The final, and perhaps most insidious, hidden culprit is our mindset. It's incredibly easy to accept decline as an inevitable fate, to believe that once you reach a certain age, there's simply nothing left to be done. This mindset becomes a silent, heavy weight. one that unfortunately holds many seniors back from making life-altering changes that are still very much possible. The empowering truth is that our body remains remarkably adaptable, no matter our age. Muscles can indeed be rebuilt, energy can absolutely be restored, and mobility can profoundly return, but only if these hidden culprits are accurately identified and then replaced with better, more intentional daily practices. When seniors truly recognize these underlying causes, not just the surface symptoms, they reclaim a powerful sense of control over their own health journey. The process of decline is not always about aging itself, but profoundly about a collection of small, repeated decisions that either deliberately build the body up or gradually wear it down. With newfound awareness and small, consistent adjustments, these hidden culprits lose their power, and the body begins its powerful journey to reclaim its natural, vibrant vitality. When it comes to our health, many people tend to focus solely on what they eat or what type of exercise they choose. Yet they often overlook one of the most profoundly powerful factors: timing and consistency. Our body isn't a machine that operates identically at every hour of the day. Instead, it follows intricate rhythms, natural cycles that dictate when we are most alert, when our digestion works optimally, and when our muscles most effectively repair themselves. Ignoring these inherent rhythms is much like trying to swim against a strong current. You might still move forward, but it demands significantly more effort, and genuine progress arrives painfully slowly. On the other hand, actively working with your body's natural timing allows every conscious choice, every meal, every movement, every night of sleep, to deliver far greater results with considerably less struggle. For seniors, this concept of timing matters even more, because the body's various systems become more sensitive and responsive to routine than ever before. Our muscles, for example, rely heavily on a steady supply of nutrients delivered at the right times to repair and steadfastly maintain their strength. If you only provide this essential fuel sporadically, your body simply cannot fully utilize it. Consider this. Protein eaten thoughtfully in the morning may help preserve muscle mass far more effectively than the exact same protein consumed late at night. That's because, after fasting through the night, your body is primed and ready to use that morning protein for immediate energy and crucial repair. In stark contrast, waiting until the very end of the day often means that the prime opportunity to strengthen and rebuild those muscles has already been missed. It truly isn't just about how much you eat or what kind of food you choose. It is fundamentally about when. The very same principle gracefully applies to exercise. Short, consistent bouts of movement, strategically placed at the right times, are often far more effective than long, irregular, or strenuous workouts. Gentle stretches or a refreshing short walk in the morning sends a vital signal to your body to awaken circulation and get oxygen gracefully flowing. This can significantly reduce stiffness and gently prepare your joints for the day ahead. Conversely, leaving all movement for the evening might aid in relaxation, but it sadly misses the crucial chance to activate your energy earlier in the day, precisely when it's most needed. Your body thrives on predictable signals. Each time you thoughtfully repeat a healthy action at the same approximate time, your body intelligently learns to prepare for it, which profoundly magnifies its benefits. Consistency, then, is the indispensable partner of timing. One single healthy meal or one solitary walk will not magically alter the course of decline. However, thoughtfully repeating the same beneficial practice daily creates an incredible compound effect. Muscles respond beautifully to repeated, consistent use. Your circulatory system adapts and becomes more efficient with frequent, gentle stimulation, and sleep becomes progressively deeper and more restorative. When your brain consistently anticipates a steady bedtime, the common challenge many people face is expecting grand results from scattered, inconsistent effort. But true health doesn't genuinely improve from what we occasionally do. It improves dramatically from what we consistently do, even in small, manageable amounts. 10 minutes of daily stretching is far more valuable than an hour once a week. A glass of nutrient-rich goodness every morning builds more lasting strength than random, infrequent supplements. Consistency, in essence, transforms simple actions into powerful, life-altering transformation. Another crucial reason timing matters deeply is for harmonious hormone balance. Our body produces various hormones at specific times of the day. Cortisol naturally rises in the morning to provide a burst of energy, while melatonin gracefully rises at night to prepare us for restorative sleep. Eating too late, relying on artificial stimulants at the wrong hours, or consistently skipping meals all throw this delicate system profoundly off balance. Over time, this disruption can lead to erratic blood sugar, increased inflammation, and a significant weakening of muscle repair processes. Seniors who consciously align their eating and resting patterns with their body's inherent natural rhythm often report remarkable improvements in energy levels, sleep quality, and overall strength within mere weeks. It's not about adhering to a rigid, unforgiving schedule, but rather about respectfully honoring your body's innate clock. The true beauty of embracing timing and consistency is that they are absolutely free. They don't demand expensive supplements, complex dietary restrictions, or difficult, punishing workouts. They require only mindful awareness and consistent repetition. When you choose to nourish your body with wholesome foods at regular intervals, move your body gently each day, and rest consistently, you cultivate a beautiful harmony within your entire system. This internal harmony builds incredible resilience. It keeps your muscles strong and supple, your joints flexible, and your energy steady and reliable. These small, thoughtful choices, repeated diligently at the right times, become an unshakable foundation for long-term, flourishing health. Decline often feels mysterious, almost as if it arrives suddenly and without warning. But in truth, it is frequently the culmination of years of inconsistent habits and poor timing. By thoughtfully reversing this pattern, by intentionally giving your body precisely what it needs, exactly when it needs it, the changes become visibly profound. Strength gracefully returns. Balance noticeably improves. Sleep deepens into true restoration. And that cherished sense of vitality, once thought lost, begins to powerfully rise again. The path to achieving better health often feels overwhelmingly complex because of the seemingly endless stream of advice circulating everywhere: different diets, new supplements, or complicated routines that promise instant, fast results. Yet, in truth, the very foundation of lasting strength and vibrant energy often boils down to one incredibly simple thing: consistently making the right daily choice. It isn't about striving for perfection in everything you do or attempting to overhaul your entire life overnight. It's about consciously selecting one single practice, one nourishing food, or one beneficial habit that gently moves you closer to optimal health, and then repeating it consistently day after day, until it becomes a natural, effortless part of who you are. That steadfast daily choice transforms into the anchor that stabilizes your body, sustains your energy, and profoundly enhances your overall well-being. For seniors, the right daily choice often revolves around mindfully fueling the body with precisely what it truly needs, not merely what temporarily satisfies a fleeting hunger. Muscle mass naturally declines with age, but the intentional choice of the right foods, made daily, can dramatically slow that process. A breakfast rich in quality protein, for instance, sends a powerful signal to your body to repair and preserve your existing muscle. That simple choice, repeated every single morning, communicates a clear message to your system: hold on to strength. Contrast that with starting the day with only coffee and toast, which might offer a quick burst of energy but leaves your vital muscles undernourished and unsupported. The profound difference between decline and sustained vitality often comes down to that single, deliberate decision made at the very start of each day. The right daily choice can also profoundly mean prioritizing consistent movement, even if it feels incredibly small. 10 minutes of gentle walking after meals, for example, can beautifully regulate blood sugar, significantly improve circulation, and reduce stiffness in your joints. It absolutely doesn't need to be strenuous or complicated. It simply needs to be consistent and intentional. A short, mindful walk after breakfast or dinner is infinitely more powerful and beneficial than one long, intense workout once a week. Your body responds beautifully to repetition, and when you give it the same positive signal daily, it begins to strengthen and adapt in remarkable ways. That one choice, to move instead of sitting immediately after a meal, can lower your risks of chronic disease and awaken a delightful sense of renewed vitality. Equally important is the conscious choice to rest properly and adequately. Many people, unfortunately, overlook sleep, often seeing it as a passive state. But in fact, it is your body's most critical repair workshop. During deep, restorative rest, cells regenerate, hormones rebalance themselves, and your brain efficiently clears out toxins. A daily choice to go to bed at a consistent time, to intentionally create a calm and soothing environment, or to avoid heavy late-night meals can completely transform the way your body functions the very next day. A senior who awakens truly refreshed instead of utterly exhausted is far more likely to feel energetic, emotionally balanced, and genuinely ready to make other positive choices throughout their day. Sleep, therefore, is not merely an outcome. It is a conscious, vital, daily decision. There is also the profound choice of what to remove. Often, health isn't solely about what we add, but crucially about what we intelligently avoid. Choosing not to rely on heavily processed foods, sugary snacks, or convenient frozen meals actively protects your body from harmful inflammation and debilitating nutrient depletion. Each time you consciously pass on these less-than-ideal foods, you are intentionally making room for far better options that genuinely nourish rather than subtly drain your system. This empowering act of removal, repeated daily, becomes just as powerful and transformative as adding something new. True health grows not just from what is actively done, but also from what is no longer tolerated within our diet. What makes the right daily choice so incredibly powerful is its profound compounding effect. One day might not feel drastically different, but a week of such choices creates palpable momentum. A month builds undeniable results, and a year transforms your health in ways you might not have thought possible. Muscles become steadier and more reliable, energy becomes consistently more available, and sleep becomes deeply restorative. Over time, your body genuinely begins to feel younger, not because of one massive, overwhelming change, but because of those small, wise, daily choices, consistently stacked upon each other. The profound simplicity of this approach is its greatest strength. You truly don't need to overhaul your entire life. Just choose wisely each day, and repeat. Ultimately, the right daily choice is about alignment. It's about aligning what you eat, how you move, how you rest, and what you choose to avoid with what your unique body truly needs at this precious stage of life. It's about creating a harmonious rhythm that honors your health instead of constantly fighting against it. For seniors, it's not about chasing extremes, but about meticulously protecting and deeply nourishing what is already there. That single, thoughtful choice, made again and again, is precisely how decline is gently slowed, how energy is profoundly regained, and how strength is beautifully restored. Creating lasting health doesn't begin with complicated systems or overwhelming, intimidating plans. It begins instead with a series of small, deliberate steps that anyone can truly follow. Regardless of their age or current physical condition, a step-by-step approach makes the entire journey wonderfully clear, effectively removes confusion, and steadily builds precious confidence. Each well-executed step naturally creates momentum for the next, and before long, the entire routine feels completely natural, like a harmonious rhythm your body has been patiently waiting to follow all along. The true beauty of a step-by-step guide is that it effortlessly transforms vague intentions into practical, tangible action. Instead of merely knowing what should be done, but then failing to follow through, you find yourself genuinely able to act clearly and consistently, day after day. The very first step is thoughtful preparation. Nothing significant happens without carefully setting the stage. This might mean physically removing processed foods from your pantry, actively stocking up on fresh, vibrant produce, or simply making the firm mental decision that tomorrow morning will be different. Preparation unequivocally signals commitment. It tells both your mind and your body that you are deeply serious about consciously choosing health. When the right, nourishing foods are readily available and the harmful ones are no longer within easy reach, it becomes exponentially easier to stick to your revitalizing plan. Preparation doesn't demand perfection. It simply needs to clear the path of unnecessary obstacles. The second crucial step is morning nourishment. What you intentionally put into your body early in the day beautifully sets the tone for everything that follows. Start with a protein-rich, nutrient-dense choice that actively supports muscle strength, sustains your energy, and sharpens your mental clarity. Eggs, Greek yogurt, or a handful of nuts paired with fresh fruit can effectively stabilize blood sugar and prevent that dreaded mid-morning crash. Consciously choosing water or a soothing herbal tea over sugary drinks is also an integral part of this vital step. This morning foundation signals to your body that it will be consistently supported with steady, sustained fuel instead of quick spikes and subsequent crashes. That one small, thoughtful choice, repeated daily, can dramatically shift how you feel throughout your entire day. The third empowering step is gentle movement. After fueling, your body instinctively craves activity, and even gentle movement powerfully activates muscles, stimulates circulation, and enhances brain function. For seniors, this doesn't need to be intense or strenuous. A short, mindful walk around the house, Some gentle stretching of the arms and legs, or slowly climbing stairs can beautifully awaken the body and prime it for the day ahead. Just 10 minutes is often enough to significantly improve blood flow, loosen stiff joints, and engage muscles that might otherwise weaken from inactivity. When consistent movement becomes a cherished daily step, it actively preserves your independence and boosts your confidence. The fourth essential step is consistent hydration. Many people profoundly underestimate how powerful pure water can be when consumed steadily and consistently. Hydration keeps all your body's intricate systems functioning smoothly, supports optimal digestion, and significantly reduces fatigue. For seniors, sipping water steadily throughout the day prevents dehydration, which can otherwise manifest as brain fog, dizziness, or debilitating low energy. Making hydration a conscious, intentional step rather than a hurried afterthought ensures that every single cell in your body has the vital fuel it needs to operate efficiently and vibrantly. The fifth crucial step is mindful eating throughout your entire day. Instead of rushing through meals or thoughtlessly eating whatever is most convenient, learn to pause and make truly intentional choices. Prioritize whole, unprocessed foods, colorful vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Actively avoid skipping meals, as this can lead to overeating later or unnecessary dips in energy and focus. Mindful eating is less about strict, rigid rules and more about deeply paying attention, always asking yourself, will this choice genuinely support my health, or will it subtly drain me? That single, powerful question, asked consistently each day, has the power to beautifully reshape your long-term eating patterns. The sixth vital step is restorative rest. Just as your mornings powerfully set the tone for energy, your evenings gracefully set the stage for profound recovery. Creating a calming bedtime routine that includes turning off screens, dimming the lights, and perhaps sipping a soothing herbal tea signals your body to gently wind down. Consistently going to bed at the same approximate time each night builds a powerful rhythm, allowing your body to naturally enter deeper, more healing sleep cycles. This step is absolutely essential for healing, repairing tired muscles, and restoring mental clarity of thought. Rest is not merely a reward, it is a fundamental requirement for optimal health. The final, empowering step is gentle reflection. At the end of each day, pause for a moment and consciously acknowledge what went well. Perhaps you thoughtfully chose water over soda, enjoyed a short walk after lunch, or slept more soundly than usual. Recognizing these small, significant wins powerfully builds motivation to continue. Reflection also gently reveals where subtle adjustments can be made, all without guilt or unnecessary frustration. This step is profoundly about learning, adapting, and gracefully continuing forward with unwavering intention. Following these 7 simple steps daily transforms health from something overwhelming into something incredibly manageable and empowering. Preparation creates the perfect opportunity. Morning nourishment thoughtfully sets the tone. Movement keeps the body beautifully alive. Hydration fuels every vital function. Mindful eating supports exquisite balance. Rest restores what is lost. And reflection consistently builds lasting momentum. Together, they create a virtuous cycle of strength, clarity, and boundless energy that grows stronger and more resilient with each thoughtful repetition. The profound transformation you can expect is not only wonderfully physical, but also deeply emotional and wonderfully mental. When you begin to make steady, intentional choices for your health, the results often appear subtly at first, almost unnoticed. You might find yourself waking up with just a little more spring in your step, feeling less sluggish and heavy in the morning, or noticing that your daily steps feel lighter and more effortless than before. These initial small shifts are unmistakable signs that your body is beautifully responding and beginning to heal. Over time, they accumulate into something far greater and more impactful. A powerful renewal of vitality that fundamentally changes how you experience and navigate your days. One of the very first noticeable transformations is an undeniable surge in energy. Instead of feeling completely drained by mid-morning or utterly exhausted by late afternoon, you'll discover that your energy reserves stretch much further throughout the day. Meals no longer leave you feeling heavy, bogged down, or mentally foggy. Instead, they thoughtfully support your focus and enhance your capacity for joyful movement. With consistently better nourishment, adequate hydration, and restorative rest, your body begins to run much more smoothly and efficiently. Very much like a finely tuned machine that has finally been meticulously oiled after years of subtle neglect. The difference is not just in what you can now accomplish, but profoundly in how you feel as you accomplish it. Another beautiful transformation blossoms in your strength and overall mobility. Muscles that once felt perpetually weak or stiff begin to respond with renewed vigor. Regular, gentle movement, thoughtfully paired with consistent, targeted nutrition, actively rebuilds the very foundation of strength that supports your precious independence. Walking becomes easier and more enjoyable. Standing up from a comfortable chair requires significantly less effort, and everyday tasks no longer feel like uphill battles. These empowering changes restore a precious sense of freedom, as you are no longer held back by persistent aches, lingering pains, or draining fatigue. Your body gracefully regains its inherent capacity to carry you exactly where you wish to go, and with that comes an incredibly powerful, renewed sense of confidence. Mental clarity also remarkably sharpens as your body begins its healing journey. When your blood sugar remains stable, your hydration is consistent, and your sleep is truly restorative, your brain functions with far greater sharpness and precision. Forgetfulness and mental fog begin to gently fade, replaced by clearer, more coherent thoughts and a vastly improved focus. This newfound mental lightness significantly reduces frustration and beautifully restores confidence in your daily life. Many people profoundly underestimate just how much nutrition and thoughtful lifestyle choices affect the mind, but the transformation is undeniable once it powerfully begins. With this clarity comes a renewed and vibrant ability to engage more fully with others, to eagerly learn new things, and to genuinely enjoy conversations and activities with a lighter, more joyful heart. Emotional resilience is yet another powerful and deeply impactful shift you'll experience. Poor health often brings with it a heavy cloak of discouragement, pervasive frustration, and even a lingering sadness. As your body consistently strengthens, however, so too does your spirit. A stronger, more capable body naturally supports a calmer, more serene mind, and a calmer mind, in turn, supports far steadier, more balanced emotions. You may beautifully notice that daily stress doesn't weigh on you quite as heavily, or that a good night's sleep leaves you feeling far more emotionally balanced and grounded. This blossoming resilience brings with it a profound sense of peace, a stable core that radiates positively into all your relationships and interactions. The transformation becomes not only profoundly about you, but also about those cherished individuals around you who now experience the brighter, more vibrant version of your presence. The longer you faithfully continue on this path, the deeper and more encompassing the transformation grows. What once felt arduous or difficult gradually becomes an effortless routine, and what once felt utterly impossible begins to feel entirely natural and achievable. Consciously choosing nourishing foods, moving your body daily, staying consistently hydrated, and actively prioritizing restorative rest no longer feel like unwelcome chores, but rather like essential life-giving habits that you would never, ever want to live without. This unwavering consistency creates truly lasting change, and the results extend far beyond any single benefit. Your body, mind, and spirit begin to work together in exquisite harmony, creating a beautiful rhythm that feels both sustainable and deeply light. Perhaps the most profound transformation of all is the glorious return of hope. Many people begin this journey feeling as if decline is an unchangeable, inevitable fate, as though health is simply something that irrevocably fades with age, no matter what efforts are made. But as those small, consistent improvements compound, hope, vibrant and real, powerfully returns. You realize, with profound clarity, that aging does not have to mean losing your strength, your mental clarity, or your joy. Instead, it can mean living with greater awareness, greater intention, and a deeper, more profound appreciation for all that your amazing body can still achieve. This transformation is not about quick fixes or fleeting, temporary gains. It is profoundly about reclaiming control, day by day, choice by choice. It is about proving to yourself, with every intentional action, that vibrant health is not something far behind you, but rather deeply within you, waiting patiently to be nurtured and brought forth. The transformation you can truly expect is a life where energy effortlessly carries you further, where strength consistently supports your independence, where clarity beautifully sharpens your mind, and where a profound sense of peace steadily calms your spirit. And once you experience this incredible shift, you will genuinely never want to return to the way things were before.